Good morning, everybody. It is July 1st, 9:45 in the morning, and I seriously thought that was a church. What is it? And like an abandoned retirement home or something?
Oh, this is Loris College, so it's dorms.
Dormies.
These are new. So.
They're new?
I mean, they look pretty new.
So we're gonna fill the cooler up. I had some Casey's breakfast pizza. Deliciousness. Thank you again, Shirley in Andover, Illinois, for that wholesome, delicious goodness. So we are gonna head out to one of my favorite spots to catch some smallmouth, and I really hope that the water isn't like chocolate milk, but luckily I have soft plastics for pretty much every clarity of water possible, so that I'm not worried about. But hopefully it's clear. 2 years ago it was absolutely beautiful, and last year it was like chocolate milk. So hopefully we can find some fish, and if nothing there, then I guess we could try down at Mud Lake, see if there's anywhere for me to access any water. So it's a beautiful day outside, 74 degrees right now. Why the window is up, I don't know, but right downtown in Dubuque, and we're gonna get the cooler filled up and get some Taco John's for the general, and then we're going to head out to Durango. Let's do it.
What? Group check. Oh. Grab my purse. It's inside the big bag.
All right, guys, so we're here at the first spot. This is a little Mac is what I call it. Durango is another name for it, but I like fishing this little creek because there's a lot of smallmouth that like to hang out. And a couple of years ago, I came in here and lost quite a big fish, and it had me wanting more. So just gonna give it a little bit of casts, and if not, we're gonna try black and blue, maybe a chatterbait black and blue, and see what we can make happen. So beautiful down here. This path is seriously overgrown. Last year there was like no overhanging bushes over the path anywhere, but this water is like straight up chocolate milk. Oh, I had a fish. Had a bite. Had one. I had one. Oh, and it got off. I was messing with my camera, trying to turn it on. Come on, give me another one. there was an eddy right here, and there's some rocks, and I threw it right into the spot where it's calm, and then the current starts, and as soon as I threw it into that little hole, and then I let it drift slowly into the current. So there's a fish. Smallmouth number one, baby. Deep Creek Lures. Oh, she is fighting too. Oh. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. So what we came here for, even though this one has been caught before, all right, sexy. Let's get you back in the water. That, my friends, is what we came here for. So I thought maybe the black and blue was going to be the color, and it was. I just needed to cast it in that spot and let it sit and let the current take it. So it's awesome, guys, as long as I don't lose my first smallmouth of the trip. Day one, baby. Beautiful. So that's what I was doing, was right where the current is not moving at all, I cast it literally right into that little pocket and let the current take it slowly. And once it did, she was pinned. Oh gosh, what a great feeling. Deep Creek Lures. Deep Creek Lures on the stick bait. Sink and catch, baby. Smallmouth fishing. Little Macokota, Durango, whatever you want to call it. I need to redo the hook. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just because the water's dirty doesn't mean the fish stop eating. Awesome, awesome, guys. We'll try it down here. Now that I know that this bait is going to work, I'm going to come back down here where I feel pretty confident that there are some more fish. But if not, I'm going to go back up to that same spot and hit it again. Yes, that's awesome. Stay tuned, guys. Let's see if I can duplicate that. Throw it right past that current into that spot where there's no current and let it slowly take that bait into the current. And that's where that fish picked it up. I'm not really doing that much to, there's a bite, there's a bite. I'm not really doing much to make the bait move. I'm just kind of slowly dragging it along. Twitch, a little twitch, I'm not really doing a whole lot. These baits are so soft that the majority of the action happens with these baits naturally when it moves in the current. So I'm not really doing much to get these fish to bite. I'm just kind of dragging it along, twitching, a little jerk, a little pause here and there, and that's how I caught that fish. I might try on the other side of the current, on the opposite side, over here by that, yeah, right there. Let it sit, and then I'll bring it into the current this way. See if anything picks it up. That's the thing that I found with these fast-moving rivers and creeks. This is not typically the fishing that I do in North Carolina. So it's learning that if you put a weight in a spot where there's fast-moving current and there's a lot of rocks, there's a pretty good chance you're going to lose it. So, oh, there's a bite. I had another bite. Oh, he slammed it. All right. That time I threw it directly into the current and let it flutter down. So we'll try it again. I'm not really too concerned about the weight on this. There's not really a lot of weight on this worm. So I'm just kind of letting it roll along on the bottom. This wind is intense. There's a fish, I think. So yeah, I don't want to put too much weight on it, but just enough that it will get to the bottom and kind of flutter and float down. So I could probably get away with it if I wasn't using Fluoroclear. If I was using fluorocarbon, I might be able to get away with it being weightless, but just that weight, having that weight on the bottom, it helps so much more to be able to feel what's going on. And these smallmouth, man, do they fight? And they fight hard. So I'm using a Deep Creek June bug sink and catch, and the June bug just might be the color. Cast it on the other side of that current, bring it across that current and see if there's anything hanging out. try that spot again. See what happens. I figured you moved it. There's another one swimming right towards me. Smallmouth number 2. I'm glad I didn't shut the camera off. I said I'm glad I didn't shut the Ow, come on. The thing about these fish is they do not give up. So we'll go put them back in the water. Hey, Poochie. Hey, Poochie. All right, let's get the release on this guy. Nice fish. Number 2. Sweet. Oh, I had one. Something was messing with it down there. Had a bite. Oh man, this is Exciting stuff, guys. I love fishing these little creeks because they can hold some big fish, and sometimes if they're not big, they can just hold numbers, and they'll be congregated around one little area, like this current coming into the creek. I think in a few days it might actually be cleared up, as long as we don't get an extremely large amount of rain. I think this will be a bit more productive once it clears up. Smallmouth love the current. Give it a few more casts, and then we're going to go get set up at the view. Stay tuned, guys. I thought I had one. Biggest one of the day. Oh, baby, that's what we came for. Smallmouth, right in the top of the mouth. These fight so much harder than largemouth. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, last one of the day. God, what a pretty fish. Fat one. Get you back in the water, baby. Oh, what a pretty fish. What a pretty fish. Awesome. All right, guys, let's get to the show. All right, guys, so the show was great. Now I am down here listening to people blow stuff up, and I'm gonna see if I can't catch some fish down here on these rocks without busting my tail. I got my Is there a fish on there? I felt a whole bunch of slack in my line. Yeah, there's a fish there. This is where I caught gar and largemouth and smallmouth out of this spot right here. And there's so many trees because of the flooding and the rain and stuff that have come out here. And it's literally almost stopped the water at a standstill from coming through here. Yeah, there's fish out there. Gonna see if we can't get on some fish, guys. Stick around and stay tuned. If we don't get anything here, I'm gonna take a ride back to the little Macokota and see if I can't catch some more smallmouth over there. I'm seeing movement, so I know there's fish here, but there's also a lot of rocks down here, so there's a good possibility that I could lose my hook, my bait, and my sinker. And I'd rather that not happen, but if it does, it does. Yeah. I'm gonna end up losing it. Just gonna try to break it off. I tied the knot on pretty tight. So yep, broke me off. All right, time to go back to Little Macokota. Well, guys, that was a bust, but I'm gonna go back to Durango and see if we can't make something happen. I know they're hungry and I know they're gonna eat, so we're gonna go back and catch some more fish. Stay tuned. We are back, guys. Gonna see if we can't pull out some more smallmouth. I think one has it. Didn't take long, if I do. Nope. Not yet. Thought I had one. I was moving awful quick. Oh. Something playing with it. Felt like it. That looked like a kingfisher. Kingfisher bird. Let's try over here. There's a fish. There's a fish. Yep. There's one. There's a fish. Pretty little smallmouth. Little dink. Hold still. Hold still and I'll get you unpinned. Pretty fish. Man, I love these fish. They fight so hard. I absolutely love these creek smallmouth. When they get into this streams and they're hanging out, they're even the small ones, they fight so hard. I think I got another one. Something's messing with it. Come on, 3-pounder. That's what we came here for, folks. Creek smallies. There's a fish. That's a nice one. What the heck is that? A walleye? Are you kidding me? Look at the size of this. Holy crap. It's huge. Crap, you know what? I don't have my grippers. Can you grab them? They're in my backpack. Gosh, this thing is huge. This is the first time I've ever caught a walleye. Look at that fish, guys. Oh, it's beautiful. Right in the top of the mouth. Man, what a pretty fish. That's crazy. I don't know how this fish did not break me off. Look at that. What a pretty fish. Man. Gosh, it's beautiful. I had no clue that these were in here. In a creek? Huh? Get what? I got the hook out, but I need to put the grippers on his mouth.
Why?
Because those teeth and spines are sharp as crap. Don't tell me they're not in here. Yeah. It won't. All right. That is crazy. I didn't know they were in here. We're getting back to the water. Quickly. Quickly. Don't want them to die. Are you ready to go? Nice. Yes. 2 species. Deep Creek, baby. On that June bug stick bait.